Today I'm going to be talking about the Christopher Ward 12 in 38mm with a blue dial and why I think it's a good move of Christopher Ward to listen to its audience. What shall I say about this first? I'm going to dive into the build quality and the level of detail because I think those are 2 points in which this Christopher Ward 12 really stands out compared to other watches. Now, from a price point perspective, it is of course in a different scale than the Tissot PRX, but I do think that a lot of you people might be conflicted between should you go for a Tissot PRX, which is a little cheaper, or pay the premium and go for Christopher Ward and then actually want to figure out what that premium truly is. I'm going to show you, when you look at, for example, the dial, I think there's a lot of detail. The level of finishing is really great, and the date window is at 6 o'clock instead of at 3 o'clock, which makes for a nice symmetrical overall experience. There's actually this very small scallop, which is subdued, but a nice touch. Secondly, the AR coating of this watch is crazy. Many times when I took a peek at my wrist, it even seemed like there was no crystal at all. It's that good. One thing that I actually noticed only when I started wearing the watch is that this has a very smart solution to an issue that a lot of integrated bracelet watches have, which is the micro adjustment. It lacks for a lot of watches. You have an integrated bracelet watch, you wear it in the summer, your wrist swells up, and that watch is actually not that comfortable anymore. But if you add a link, it's actually too big. Now, just a small tweak can fix that issue. If you can just adjust it for a few millimeters, that problem will be solved. Christopher Ward has a solution to that problem, because with a simple pull, you actually open the bracelet with a couple millimeters. It's a very small tweak, but very nifty. You can just easily, without using any tools, put it back in its original place. What else can I say about this watch? It has a screwed down crown and is water resistant till 100 meters. That's something that, for example, the Tissot PRX does not have, a screw down crown. I think a lot of people will be reminded of the Xapec. It looks very similar at a very different price point. So what do you got inside of this watch? It's the Sellita SW201. It's a solid and reliable movement. Not the most exotic, but it's well regulated, and also it's serviceable. So why am I excited about this watch? Well, obviously because of how it looks, because of how it wears. Other than it representing very good value for money, it actually represents a brand willing to listen to its customers. There's been a lot of people asking for a 38mm version, and Christopher Ward is like, here you go. This is what you wanted, we'll give it to you. And that's something that I think a lot of other brands can learn from. We've seen it with Hamilton, with the Murph. It took them a very long time to actually release it in a smaller version. We've seen it happen with Tissot PRX, their 40mm version turning into a 35. But there I see a lot of collectors saying, 35 is too small, 40 is too big, we need a 38mm, and until this day, Tissot has not done so. Christopher Ward has, and I think we ought to compliment them for that. Not just the watch itself is very nice, it comes in a very nice box. It's made of, I think, bamboo. It feels nice and heavy, and it feels like you're unpacking a premium product, which this is, at a, I think, fair price point. Offers a very different experience than when you open, let's say, a Seiko box. If you're excited about this watch, just go ahead, try it on, see for yourself. I am very curious about other watches from Christopher Ward since I unpacked this one, because again, the quality, the finishing, the box, the whole package, it just makes me excited to find out more about this brand. I think they're at a very good price point. You pay more than, for example, for a PRX, but you also get a lot more. So I think that's a fair trade-off. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please like the video. Let me know what you think about this watch and what you think about Christopher Ward in general in the comments, and subscribe if you want to see more videos. About those other videos, I'm going to actually be interviewing some founders of micro brand watches and ask them about their journey, their experiences, in a similar fashion as I've done with Nectar watches. So if you like that, stay tuned, subscribe, and thanks again for watching. See you on the next one.